Oh, hold your Eric, can't you? Ooh, anybody think I would blooming ping the elastic man or something? Oh, it's you, is it? Come in.
I'm sorry if I knocked you up, Mr. Tatlock.
Oh, you didn't. It was still dark when I got up.
All right.
You know, pitmen round here, they used to rely on me when they knock her up and overlied.
All right.
What do you want, any road?
Well, I'm back with Len. Well, with Ray, any road. It's my first full day today, and I'm on my way to see about a job, but he said there was something as you wanted doing, and I was to call in, like.
Ah, well, it's my wireless here. It wants adjusting.
You what?
My wireless.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'll be able to help you there, Mr. Tatlock. We're more on plumbing side, really. Why don't you take it to a wireless shop?
What, do you think they're taking any notice of me? No, they're all same, that lot. No, they're just bent on telling you something new. They don't want to fettle what you've already got.
Oh, well, what exactly is wrong with it?
Well, I've told you it wants adjusting. I can't get Radio Manchester.
Oh, well, I'm afraid that you'll not be able to on that, Mr. Tatlock.
Well, that's a liquor, isn't it? I'm not going to spit from their offices.
Aye, but for Radio Manchester, you need VHF.
Oh, well, can't that be tuned to VHF?
No, I'm sorry, it can't. You see, for local radio, like, they use a different waveband altogether. Direct, like. VHF, they call it. Whereas most of the other stuff, well, they bounce it off their heavy-side layer.
Well, that's handy, isn't it? They go and build a blooming wireless station in your backyard, then nobody round here can get it.
Ah, well, like I said, I think you'd best bet is try a wireless shop, Mr. Tatlock. See you. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Can I come in?
You're in, aren't you?
Oh, Albert, you're not even dressed yet.
Now, look, I haven't even had a blooming wash yet, but I don't see what it's got to do with you.
Oh, I think it's very sad the way old men let themselves go.
Oh, well, you know what it says in that song, don't you? We all lose us charms in the end, and it wasn't old men they were on about.
Well, I've come to ask you a favour.
Oh, aye.
Well, the battery's gone on my wireless and I can't afford a new one till next month. So I was wondering if I could come and listen to you here.
Oh, well, you haven't got much over that.
Oh, why's that?
Well, because to get Radio Manchester, you've got to have VHF. Now, I'm not going to try and explain it to you, because it's much too complicated for a woman's mind even to grasp.
Oh, dear. Does that mean we'll not be able to hear it?
Oh, no. No, we're going to hear it all right. Now, look, you'll be here at 1 o'clock with your hat and coat on. You know, there were brains in this family before our Valerie brought Ken Barlow in.
Eulalia. Yeah, Santa Eulalia. It's on the Costa Brava. What? Oh, E-U-L-A-L-I-A. Yeah, yes, that's right. Oh, okay. It'll be any minute now, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, dear. They're just tracing the number for Kenneth, dear. It won't be much longer. Now, would you like a cup of tea while the pot's still warm?
Oh, thank you.
What about a couple of slices of toast and some marmalade?
No, thanks, Mrs. Walker. I'm afraid food as such would choke me, at least until somebody, somewhere, tells me what's going on over there. I just can't quite believe that all this is really happening. Not to Ernest and me. I kept thinking any minute now I'm going to waken up and smell bacon frying.
I know you'll think I'm just trying to comfort you, but do you know what I think, dear?
What?
I would like to wager that at this very moment your Ernest is enjoying a continental breakfast on a sunny balcony and writing you a long letter telling you all about it.
I wish I could share your optimism, Mrs. Walker.
Right, here we are. I've written it down for you.
Oh, thank you. This is the police station at
Yes,
Santa Eulalia,
that's
is
right.
it?
There's a 2-hour delay. Would you like me to put it through for you?
Oh, I think I'd rather do that myself, thanks, Ken. The very act of booking a call makes one feel one at least doing something positive.
Poor Ernest, what must he be going through?
Yes, there must be worse places to spend Christmas than a Spanish jail, but I can't think of one just offhand.
Time? What time?
The time on my programme. 1:20. I'm just telling you that so as you won't forget, you see.
Oh, Mr. Tatlock, as if I could forget a thing like that. I mean, it's written right across my flaming heart. Here, come on, put your autograph on there and I can see if I can swap it for 2 Edward Woodwards.
Now, look, there's no need to be sarky. And another thing, you can't get it on an ordinary wireless, you know.
Can I not?
No, you want VHF.
What's that when it's at home?
Well, does every side layer mean anything to you?
Not unless it's something to do with me making a slab cake at home.
Oh, well, in that case, I won't waste my breath trying to explain it to you.
Oh, they didn't let you have it then?
Beg your pardon?
Well, obviously they didn't. Otherwise you wouldn't be sitting here, would you? You'd be sitting at home, waiting for it to warm up and looking at Watch with Mother.
I don't know what you're on about.
That television set, the colour one that they wouldn't let you have without seeing the colour of your money.
Not that it's any of your business, but for your information, money never entered into us negotiations about that set.
No.
No. We couldn't have one because they'd just fulfilled their quota for the shop, that's all. Isn't that right, Stanley?
Yeah, just one of those things, you know. We were the first of the missus, like. Story of my life.
I see. And you, being as thick as a boarding house putty, believed them.
Huh.
Oh, Stan, how can you go on living when your feet let water in?
Eh?
Hello? Hello? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we'd been disconnected. Oh, yes, I'm sure you must be. Thank you.
Hasn't Emily got through yet?
No, there's a bit of an hold-up at the other end.
Oh?
Well, you see, there's this big hairy fellow what's in the next cell to Ernie, and he's dug his way through. He says if Ernie helps him with his digging, he'll share half his treasure with him.
You know, it might seem very funny to you, but it's far from hilarious for Ernest and Emily.
I'm sorry, but every time I try and imagine Ernie in one of them suits with the arrows going up and down, I think of either Laurel or Hardy.
Hello? Police? That is, policía? ¿Está la policía? ¿Quién? Just a minute. Haga el favor de hablar más despacio. Who are you? ¿Quién? Well, sorry, I don't understand. It's a very bad line. No entiendo. No, I'm not looking for a villa to rent. I'm inquiring about a man. Hombre. Are you the police station? Policía? Hello? Hello? Operator? Oh, operator, I think I must have the wrong number.
120, Albert, right?
Right.
Right, well, that leaves 1 hour and 20 minutes exactly to 0 hour. So shall we synchronise as watches?
You'll have to do more than that if you want to hear it.
Why?
Well, to hear it, you've got to have something to hear it on.
Oh, that's all right. I'll bring me tranny round. Mind you, it still tastes a bit salty from the last time an irate holidaymaker chucked it in the sea, but it still works.
VHF, is it?
Hey, man, that's a thought.
Well, mine is.
Oh, great. We'll bring it down round behind the bar and we'll all have a big laugh.
And I suppose you think that's funny, don't you?
Oh, come on, Albert. Where's that sense of humour that had them rolling about in the trenches? Here, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put the set here on the end of the bar, and you and your rum and pet can have the place of honour next to it.
Yeah, well, you don't need to bother.
What's the matter? Aren't you going to listen to yourself?
Yeah, of course I'm going to listen to him. But not here, not with you lot. I am making my own arrangements to hear it somewhere proper.
Well, I did put your application for HP through to head office, Mr. Ogden, but I'm afraid it was just turned down.
But why? My one is as good as anybody else's, isn't it?
Well, as far as I can gather, you've had another set from another Weatherfield shop recently, which was eventually taken back.
Found that out of you. Who blew the whistle? I'll flipping thump 'em.
Now, that's not necessary, Mr. Ogden. You see, all shops dealing in credit have access to certain lists, and I suppose your name was on one of them.
What list?
Well, lists of people that the credit companies just consider bad risks.
So, my name's on a list, is it? Is that just for colour tellies?
Oh, no, Mr. Ogden. It covers the entire field of credit. You'd be surprised how widespread it is.
That's it, as far as I'm concerned. No telly, huh?
Well, you could, of course, pay cash.
How much?
Well, as I told you, the set you wanted would cost you £220.
I might just do that. Ta-da.
Cheerio.
Oh, but...
Hello.
Hey,
What?
if you're going in there, be careful what you say. Eh?
Do you sell wirelesses?
We do, sir.
Ones that'll get VHF.
Sir-
Radio Manchester.
Certainly, sir. Can I show you something?
What time is it?
12:30, sir.
No, thank you. Not just yet.
¿Está la policía? La policía. At last.
Are you quite sure you don't want me to take over, dear? I picked up quite a lot of useful phrases when I was last over there.
I think I can manage, thanks, Mrs. Walker. Hello? Se llama Emily Nugent. Inglesa. That's right, yes. Quiero conocer qué pasa Ernest Bishop.
Prisionero.
Prisionero. Inocente, I imagine. Ernest Bishop. Ernesto Obispo. What? ¿Quién? No, sorry, I don't... Oh, no, not an actual bishop. Oh, dear, no. Se llama Ernest Bishop. Prisionero. No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. No religioso. Photographer. Oh, dear. Isn't there anyone there who speaks English? Alguien que hable inglés? You do? Oh, thank goodness. My name is Emily Nugent, and I'm a friend of Mr. Ernest Bishop. Hello? Hello? Oh, dear, now they've cut me off again. Oh, no. Oh, what's the use?
Emily, dear, don't upset yourself. I'll rebook the call.
Oh, please don't bother, Mrs. Walker. It's just a waste of time and money. One just can't do these things on a telephone call. The minute one starts getting somewhere, someone pulls the plug out on you. What am I going to do, Mrs. Walker? I just don't know what I'm going to do.
Excuse me, Barney Shelton's in the bar, wants a word with you. Shall I bring him through?
Please do, because I most certainly have a few words to say to him.
Right.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Hey.
What?
If I were you, put my tin hat on and beware of falling rocks in there.
Now, ladies.
You sit down, Mr.
Now,
Shelton.
Miss Nugent, I
Sit
want-
down and shut up. Now then, let me tell you something, Mr. Shelton. When Ernest told me that he was proposing to work for your Mr. Piggott, I felt sick to my stomach. Sick! And do you know why? Because in my experience, every enterprise that Mr. Piggott has ever mounted has brought only doom and disaster upon everyone involved in it. Everyone, that is, except Mr. Piggott. And this latest episode has proved no exception to the rule.
Oh, come on now, Miss Nugent. It's not Willie's fault your Ernie got his collar felt.
I never said that it was.
Well.
But it's Mr. Piggott's responsibility to do something about Ernest's present predicament. And I would have thought that the least you could have done would be to send somebody over there and fight Ernest's case for him on the spot. Somebody responsible.
I couldn't agree more, Miss Nugent. How soon can you go?
What?
Shall we say the 3:15 plane? This afternoon?
Just a moment. Are you seriously suggesting that Miss Nugent should go over there to settle this problem?
Why not? Who better to melt those Latin hearts than his own fiancée, who's flown 1,000 miles to plead for his cause?
And pray, who would finance this trip?
Our firm. Who else? Willie Piggott says it's the least we can do. Well, Emily, what do you say?
Well, yes, of course.
Good, I'll settle the ticket straight away. Oh, there is one little thing you can do for us while you're over there.
What?
Well, them photographs that Ernie took before the police picked him up. We had a telegram from Sheila Miller this morning saying the police had impounded them and won't release them. If you can get hold of them and bring them back for us, we would be grateful. We do have a deadline to meet on them brochures.
Mr.
Tatlock.
Oh, yes. And this is Mrs. Tatlock, is it?
No, it's not.
We're just good friends.
Oh, yes, I see. Now then, VHF set, wasn't it?
That's right. One us can get Radio Manchester.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, what about one with a wood finish? Very fashionable at the moment.
Oh, I've always been very fond of wood on wirelesses myself.
Oh, good. Well, what about this one, then?
I take it we can hear it first.
Oh, yes, of course.
But have you got somewhere where we can sit down to listen?
Yes, right over there.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right. You ready?
Yes, whenever you are.
And now for our Character of the Week spot, which this week introduces ex-Lance Corporal Albert Tatlock, of the Lancashire Fusiliers, who's going to tell us about his military garden. Our reporter, Alex Palmer, talked to him at his home in Coronation Street.
So they finally caught up with it in the Stanley.
It's not to laugh at, isn't that, you know, taking folks' good name away behind us backs.
What good name?
As good as yours any day, madam, even if my husband wasn't a Rosa.
Ooh, what a thought. What surprised were you?
They're no right to put folks' names on lists without telling them.
Oh, what do you expect them to do? Let folks like you have a free television set every fortnight without any intention of paying? They've got to protect their interests, you know.
I agree they've got to do that, Elsie. I still think the whole thing's a bit sinister.
Why?
Well, the fact that any one of us here can be blacklisted by a credit company on one incident or one dealer's say-so.
Oh, come on, Ken. If a bloke's willing to lend you perfectly good money, he's got a right to check over your credentials.
Check? Yeah, but there's checking and checking, isn't there? The one thing that frightens me to death is the number of people these days, strangers, who have access to intimate details of our private lives.
Well, they've probably got their own good reasons.
Yeah, their reasons, not ours. We're not even consulted about them.
Oh, you can't run an organised society without filling in a few
No,
forms.
but I bet you we could do it with a lot less.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we haven't had it on.
What? It's not started yet.
Oh.
You've got it on the wrong station.
What?
And that is this week's Character of the Week spot. Next week, Miss Virginia Pimblett Harding on Conversing with Goldfish.
Oh. He'll never flame and forgive us. All right?
Yes, thank you.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Tatlock. I thought you came over very well, didn't you, Mrs.
Caldwell.
And done justice to, I think, by the set, don't you?
Oh, it's a very nice set. Lovely wood.
Mr. Tatlock?
Very nice.
You liked it?
Oh, I did. I liked it very much.
Well, then, were you thinking of taking it out on terms, or would you prefer to pay cash and get the discount?
Oh, well, that's the point, isn't it?
Pardon?
Well, I'm not sure, like. I'll have to think it over for a bit and decide what I'm going to do, like.
Well, that is entirely up to you, of course.
And thank you very much for demonstrating it.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, not at all. You wouldn't care to put a deposit on, secure it, would you?
No, thanks. Oh, Jerry Pearl wirelesses, you know, tune them into VHF.
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, well. Ta-da.
Cheerio.
Now, you sure you've got everything you need, aren't you, dear?
Bithelmet, scuba gear, Spaniard repellent.
As a matter of fact, Mrs. Walker, I'm anything but sure. Usually when I'm going abroad, I have a complete inventory of requirements weeks before.
Oh, you have got your passport, though, haven't you?
Oh, yes, I've got that.
And foreign currency?
Ample, thank you.
And you've told them at the warehouse?
Oh, yes.
Hey, you've not packed your tickets in your case, have you?
Credit me with some foresight, Lucille. As a matter of fact, the tickets haven't even arrived yet. I can't think what's keeping Mr. Shelton.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it if I was you. I mean, knowing that organisation of Willie Piggott's, the plane's probably got to wait for a favourable wind.
Oh, thank you for those encouraging words, Lucille.
Right, you ready for off, then?
Oh, ready enough. I'm hardly willing and able, though.
Good, good. Well, I bought you this to read on the flight.
Oh, thank you very much.
And they do say that a double scotch just before takeoff is a good thing.
Well, I probably won't see the page if I have that. Oh, there you are at last.
There we are, Miss Nugent. One set of tickets for the use of. There is one little thing to remember.
Another little thing?
If anybody should ask you, you know, when you go through the customs, like, you're a fully paid-up member of the Denton Felt Hatters and Trimmers Association.
The Denton Felt Hatters and Trimmers Association.
It is a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? But I expect if you say it to yourself on the way to the airport, it'll roll off the tongue all right, if required.
Surely you are not asking Miss Nugent to fly to Spain under false colours?
Mrs. Walker, she's lucky to be on any flight today. You'll be surprised at the string pulling me and Willie have had to do to get her over there.
Nothing about your organisation would surprise me any more, Mr. Shelton.
Thank you very much. Are you ready?
Why not? Needs must, I suppose, when the devil
that's
drives.
my girl. Now, you won't forget about the photographs, will you?
I can give you no guarantee of that, Mr. Shelton. You'll just have to hope that I'm not so involved with extricating Ernest it doesn't go straight out of my mind. Shall we go? Bye.
Goodbye, Mr.
Bye-bye, dear.
What is it? It's the costing you wanted for that subcontract for Piggott.
Oh,
120 quid a piece. What's all this, then?
Oh, well, I mean, that is including everything. I mean, there's soils, junctions, offset stacks, etc., etc.
Oh, yes, yes. And what lucky wholesaler's got this order off you, then?
Well, it's Wilding's on Thomas Street.
Oh, I see. Well, that explains it. You'd best get on the blower to them again and tell them we've changed our minds.
Well, how's that, then?
Well, we've not bought nothing off Wilding's for nearly 2 years.
Well, I thought they always sold best top-quality stuff round here.
They do, at top-quality prices. Now, get round to Wynnard's in Rosamond Street. Tell them I sent you. I reckon they should be able to get a bob or two off that.
You're not bothering with them, are you?
Why not?
Well, he's been done for selling seconds as first, has Wynnard, more than once.
So?
So he's a cowboy. Everybody round here knows that.
Oh, come on, Jerry, you're a big lad now. Surely you can tell the difference between bum stuff and the real thing. Any road, who's talking about first? Tell him you want seconds at seconds prices.
Seconds?
Yes.
You're the gaffer.
Is there something wrong with that, then?
There's no skin off my nose.
Oh, well, we've always encouraged free speech in this yard. If you've got something to say, spit it out.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way you work, it's not to do with me. It's just that I've never been used to that. Cutting corners for the sake of a few quid.
Oh, look, Jerry, this is 1971, the year of built-in obsolescence. If it isn't, then where's the bread coming from in 1973? Look, mate, this is Willie Piggott we're working for, not the Ideal Home exhibition. And if you think we're cutting corners, wait till you see some of the stuff they're chucking in. And don't knock that flaming quid, mate, that few quid, because that's what pays your flaming wages.
She got off all right then, did she?
Yeah, in that little van they take the posters round in.
Oh, you've got to give it to Willie Piggott. If he laid a red carpet for you, he'd charge you by the yard.
Hey up, here comes Bill Sowerloads.
A rum and pep, please.
One rum and pep coming up.
Albert?
I'll do.
Parky?
Well?
Pardon?
Well, what did you think about it?
What?
The programme.
Oh, aye, your programme. Yes. Very good, Albert. What did you think of it, Lucille?
Oh, yes, it was very good, yes.
Yeah, you did hear it, did you?
Oh, I brought my radio down special.
And which part did you like best?
Now, that's a good question. Which part did you like best, Lucille?
Oh, well, I liked it all, really. I was just wishing I'd recorded it.
Look, which part did you think was best?
Well, the middle. Yes, that was the most interesting bit.
Oh, Albert. How did it go?
How did what go?
Well, your programme, of course. I'm sorry we all missed it. It was my fault. You see, Alfie had got me going. By the time I'd shut up, the whole thing was over.
Heck, is that the time? They'll have my guts for garters down at the sorting office.
I've said something, haven't I?
Oh, hello. That's the one I told you about. Hey,
what?
I won't go in there if I were you.
Why not?
Well, somebody's just broken the bad news to Daddy Tatlock that nobody heard his programme.
Oh, no.
Just been to the shop, have you?
Yes, I have.
How's Maggie? All right?
Well, not as right as she was 10 minutes since.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, Irma's acting strange enough, but now Maggie's had a phone call from this girl.
Oh?
She's coming round to see her tomorrow. She says she's Gordon's girlfriend.
Well, I never knew Gordon had a girlfriend.
That's what I mean. Neither did our Maggie.
You know, Stan, there's definitely something funny going on at that corner shop.
Eh?
With our Irma. I asked her to come for a tea tonight and she couldn't. She was off out somewhere.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I asked her last night and the night before and got the same response. Now, you know what that means, don't you?
What?
Oh, what it's always meant with our Irma. Summerton pants, what shaves every morning.